Ah, here we are. What a game. It has a few twists and turns. Also a game where we try to play with a controller. I did test to see if it works, and it did work. Oh, let us start again. This game was developed by a core of 3 people over some 4 years. The fate of the city is in your hand. It has multiple endings. All good stuff.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe.
She looks suspicious.
I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Very suspicious. Select your body type. It's either a very proeminent nose or no proeminent nose. Does that say Nero? What does the other one say? And Tony? Anton? Is that Anthony? Sure, we'll go with this guy. Skin tone. Very pale. Oh wait. Let us
It's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
I was searching for ancient ruins. I went on a covert mission. Soldier. You have military-issued sidearm, but only 10 bullets. You will have to use them judiciously since there is no way to get more. Ooh. Fugitive. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you are 25% faster when sprinting. I barely remember anything. Amnesiac. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. Is that a thing? Archaeologists. Years of studying history gave you the occasional insight into the ancient world. I really don't know. Maybe amnesiac is the way. Harder to take down. Oh, let's go with this. I was searching for ancient ruins. Give me some insights on the ancient world, since we're probably going to get there.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped, or injured, or worse. I would have gone after him.
I'm sure
but
it's
he made
much,
me
much
promise to
worse.
stay here, no matter what.
Constant
There's no way I'm
orgies
leaving
in the
without him.
Roman
So
city.
I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Who the hell are you? Who's Al? I thought it said AI first. Who's AI? Ugh. Never try calling. Okay. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
What? I told you your name. My name, I mean.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Okay. What's wrong with Karen?
You're welcome.
Thank you for saving my life.
Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Who's Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is. You really don't remember?
So where are we?
We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Ooh, the Tiber. So what can you tell me about the ruins?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Is he a priceless artifact?
What am I, an idiot?
Have I tried calling
You
for
could hike
help?
a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Really? I would assume Italy is a bit more densely populated. That's all the
Great.
questions I had.
So you're ready to go look for Al?
Sure, Al Bundy it is. I'm going in for priceless artifacts, but I'll keep an eye out for him. Alright, I'm in.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and He left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
What's that? Flashlight. Okay. Oh. This is how you inspect stuff. Heavy duty battery powered flashlight. Okay. These things to move. This thing to look. Oh, making some fish. Left trigger to respect. It was sound. It looked like a zoom in.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except...
Ah! I don't know what the thing said. I wanted to back down, but back up, but... Okay, I'm in a pool.
In the Latin inscription here, it reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
Ominous.
The underground city have remained a secret for all this time. The people have survived down there, against the odds. It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an
Semper
hour,
vigilans.
I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation,
Yeah, I already fell, bro.
a warning. Al Worth.
I fell like 20 minutes ago. Let's see what this means. Archaeologist insight. Ooh, it's nice that we got that one then. Always remember they're watching. Excellent. Nice that we got that. Mr. Foot, who are you? Golden people? Pose of lamentation? Does that mean prayer? Well, she's some sort of cowering. They don't look like gods. What does this mean? Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I swear they move when you turn your back. Oh. A Roman gladiator mid-stride. What could make a gladiator flee? Another gladiator? Wonder if I can... X to apply? Kurhik Esne? Who are you, maybe? Out of the cave. F5 and F9 to quick load. How do I do that with a controller? I don't think that is. There, that's a quick save. That's pretty quick. A Roman militia commander attempting to scramble away from something. Whatever fell here. Legionary in a state of terror. Is blocked. Oh, this way. Thank you, dude. Praying for help that never came. So something turned all these dudes to gold. Pardon. Oh no. Is that Al? Why did you do it, Mr. Bundy? Golden statue of an old man wearing this must be Al, but how is this possible? Al killed himself.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Okay, let's see what awaits us. Step through the doorway into the past. The remains of a human, whoever it was, had died a long time ago. Okay, but why isn't he golden like everybody else? Into the sphincter of time we go. Photo mode. Raise flashlight. Okay. Circle through your flashlight and weapons. So I'm going to be fighting in this game? Roman relief depicting a great circular portal of and two women. I wonder who could it be? Two Roman gods.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I am Footy. Just came from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend.
Some could say that.
Everyone's welcome here. We sort of lose track of the date down here.
So
but
what's the date?
feels like the
I
beginning
have
of
to
spring
read my
to
own
me,
lines.
So I'd say early March.
What's the year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from exactly?
The founding of Rome? Oh yeah, that's how they measured time back then. Oh, I have cool archaeologist insight. 65 CE.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws? I am the law.
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Okay.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here.
Tap A to just follow
as you
him.
can see,
Ah,
we've got
excellent.
a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since
23.
nobody knows the way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
23.
Aren't you going
And
to
3 are
introduce me
missing.
to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat.
That is what all I want.
Usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Ah, don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived. and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
It's a huge place for 23 dudes.
Not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
Don't let them use you, he said.
Getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius.
Citizen?
Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Okay, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws,
No.
and
I
whoever
know
drew
this
the
one.
short straw had to be executed by the other 9.
Decimation.
Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective.
Yeah, decimation.
We call it decimation. If that
I
seems
know.
like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest.
10 times
Look
worse.
up these stairs.
Killing everybody, eh? Okay.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I take it.
Hello there.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here.
What
What do you want?
What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
It's fancy future dress. Not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind
Wait,
me,
do I speak
why are
Latin?
we having this conversation? Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers
Scintilla?
would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
Missing for 3 weeks, eh? Was she seeing anyone?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why is that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Interesting. Maybe they eloped? I don't have that option. Maybe her lover was involved?
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
I'm actually covering all the... I'm covering all the things, and from what I can tell, that usually is where the things go, so maybe I can do... Does that look weird? The foot is on the other... I mean, that way you can see the things. It kind of looks weird to me, but yeah. We'll be the other foot for now for this game if this solves it. Okay. Centius, Cynthia, and Centilla. Wherever he is, he's still in the city. Yeah, okay. So the lover is still in the city.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Centius, so I'm Centia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Centia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Centilla.
Okay.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy? I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
Oh no, not at all. I think you know something you're not telling me.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Okay. Let's see the guy with the golden rule, which kills 100% of the people.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Centius? I'm Footy.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress.
It's
I
Transylvania.
see you
Yeah.
have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning.
Wow, you can see that
We're
through the
always happy to
sunglasses.
welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
I can't actually look at anything but you. It is beautiful though.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
I mean, they are all 23 dudes, and 3 of them are missing. So, I mean, it's not that big of a city. I don't think even a village would be a bit much calling it a village as well. You know,
Nor could
can't say that I have.
until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying.
Oh
If
no.
even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one."
Now, how do you
What we
define a
gather,
sin?
Breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Oh yeah, what is a sin for you guys? Yeah?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about
No
lying,
theft?
insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Not sure that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of our laws and customs are considered barbaric. Right, things changed over the years, right? Makes sense to me. What's legal is not moral. Also, who defines these things?
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations.
Sexual
And
preference?
when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Don't your laws allow slave ownership? Don't your people watch blood sports for entertainment? Don't women have pure rights than men? Don't you persecute Christians? Don't you practice collective punishment? My mistake.
I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess,
He exactly knows what happened to me.
I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
You are correct. I am from 2,000 years into the future. Whoa.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
You are all turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall 1,000 times, but it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
How does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved.
Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
What?
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in future?
Someone died? I did see human remains in the temple. Oh, is that him? The single guy not turned into...
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Okay, I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion.
We have elections today.
You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Wrong foot. Why would you say wrong foot there? Why would you say wrong foot? I usually stand on the right side of the screen. Of course it's the wrong foot now. Fair enough. Wrong foot.
Do you ever
Any
stare
suspects?
at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
How do I know you're not the person responsible?
Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
Fair point.
I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Could you think it would be related to Sentilla's disappearance?
So you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful.
Fair enough. If I do this, will you help me get back to my own time? Ooh.
If I understand Prosepina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Okay, sure. Why not? These questions will be available later. Okay, that's all the questions I had.
Good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Sure.
Wonderful.
That's why I'm here.
Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
It didn't break the golden rule, did it? I'll see what I can do. I think they're living in a volcano. And no way did 23 dudes... I mean, this is like a city full of hundreds of people at least. All this architecture? Thousands. Why to check your quest journal and inventory? Quest tracking tip. To see objective markers for a given quest, click on the icon beside it. Okay. Can I move this? Let's move the mouse out of the way. Okay. Time paradox. Golden rule. Tell Sentius you suspect Sentia. She seems strangely relaxed about her sister. Find what's distressing Lucrezia. Okay. Anybody around here?
Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here? Get out, you horrid barbarian!
She didn't like me accusing her. There is already a golden statue of somebody here.
Ave.
Ave, weren't you up? Ooh, someone doing push-ups. Hello there.
What were you two talking about?
Sorry, a what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
I saw you running. You are a golden running boy. Ah, the elections. What's it worth to you?
The spit of a fauna career. We've lined up all the votes we need already. Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
Ah. I don't care about the election.
Good, then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murdae foreigners interfering in an election.
Caput Murdae? What? Mind if I ask you some questions?
Can't hurt.
What's your story?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
I'd like to meet him.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
For the what?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
Mm. Locked in the villa. Isn't soliciting bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
Okay, so it's not a sin to ask for a bribe, okay. Or else we would be all turned to gold. Okay, what do you want?
Dunno. Something good.
You don't even know? Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Just make it good.
Do you know a way out of here?
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
What do you think about a golden rule?
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Ah. And what's he going to do?
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Can I help it anyway?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
I mean, there are 20 dudes. 3 are missing. 1 is him. The other one is his girl. Probably will vote for him. So that's majority of from 18. 9 or 10 you need.
Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
Okay, bye.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
What's this? Sentius and Malo. Some excitement, different smell. Same excrement, different smell. Okay. Excitement. Someone doesn't like either of them. Odor. Oh. Odor. Comes from Latin. The more you know. Does this game have a map? Can I see in the controller? There's some crouching and stuff. Primary weapons. We'll see if we need to. Yeah, it does have a jump. And a zoom. Okay. No map though, right? Okay. Is it zooming? Yeah, the same as running. Running activates the zoominess. Okay, where the hell am I? Soot and water. Okay. The same 2 girls and now a dude in the middle. voice. This is a kitchen. Oh, 1 and 2 and breaking some records there with his... Oh, a lady here. Hello?
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Equitia. And what is your story?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
What should have I done?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
So, Vestal priestess.
You really don't know? You are from far away, aren't you?
I mean, technically I'm an archaeologist, so I would know.
Charged with keeping the sacred flame in Rome's shrine of Vesta burning. I take it you know who Vesta is?
Remind me.
Vesta is the mother goddess of hearth and home, and the guardian of the Roman people.
Yes, you should be a Vestal virgin. How did you get here?
I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
It's an older name, but not uncommon where I am from.
Older. I see. I wonder if... No.
What does Karen mean in Latin?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Okay, I'll do that.
Good.
But how did you get here?
But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
What happened to Livia? It's not a girl. Centilla was the girl.
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated.
Okay.
Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
Interesting. So there is a pattern.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know a way out of here?
I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We
Peace
ask
of
for
the
blessings,
gods.
for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Ovid? I would, yeah. Ovid was exiled in Thomas, at the edge of the empire. It's a city in Romania right now. There's a great big statue of him in front of a museum of history, and right next to a place with a mosaic, like the ones we saw here on the floors, like a huge mosaic preserved there next to his statue. Why not? I have time. I'm sure we'll relive this day a couple of times.
Wonderful. It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night, the town gets a visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all, until finally they come to the little cottage where Baucis and Philemon lived. Now the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. Immediately the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Baucis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic, realizing only a select few possess such powers. Says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster god. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it, except you, who we will grant a wish." So old Baucis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish, which is for eternity together. Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map.
Sounds a bit like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests.
Although in Sodom and Gomorrah,
It's that we should always show compassion for those less
they kind of
fortunate
tried
than
to
ourselves.
rape the angels that came visiting. Or perhaps it is the gods might kill you at any moment for failing their test, and they don't even have to tell you what the rules are. I agree.
I'm pleased to hear it.
What's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Who's allowed to vote?
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend.
Only
Unless
males.
they're running, of course.
Unless they're running. So only males vote. Right. Derp, of course. Which means it narrows down the voting pool even more. It's not 9. And they can't vote either. Interesting. The dudes that run, because they'll probably just vote for themselves. So there's only 20 dudes. I guess I have to see how many women so far. So his girl wouldn't be able to vote for him. She wouldn't be able to vote either. Okay. Can I vote?
Well, you're not a citizen yet. So, no, I'm afraid not. But if it's any consolation,
Citizen.
there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
Such as?
By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
So a little bit of bribery. What's your role in the election?
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
Can I nominate another candidate?
You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination. As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk, but I suppose I could hold it sooner, if there's a good reason.
Ah. Interesting. We can hold it sooner, the elections. If we want to. Just want to get it over and done with. Holding it early may prevent conflict between the vote. Let's not do that. Just this run. Never
As you
mind.
wish.
Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
I've been asking people how they wound up here.
And did you notice anything? A pattern?
Not really.
Oh, well then. Keep asking people how
I
they
wanted to
wound
ask
up
you.
here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
The others. Okay.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Yeah, it's getting a bit dark. But we are in a goddamn cave or volcano.
Ave.
Ave. I can hear you, yeah. Spooky voice. Anything up here? Still plenty of light on that side. Okay, let's go outside. I think we've done all the things. This guy's still doing these? Dude, how did you come around to be here?
What now?
Can't ask him that.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Nothing around here. Let's see what this place is. Locked. It's probably where that dude is. Creeper vine. These might be climbable if only they could support my weight. Oh. So probably that's another way into the dude without giving a gift. Interesting. And the 1 and the 2. Grumble, grumble. Victory arch. Look, this guy's already a statue. This thing already happened here? What sin did he produce? Commit. Are people already turning to stone? To stone. Keep saying stones. Gold. Is someone undressing this statue person? There's another one over there. Very fishy. Drinkable water, where could it be coming from? They need some zip lines. Where is that Death Stranding guy? Put some zip lines in here. Sick a bow. Straight as an arrow. Sick a bow. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. Find a way into the palace. Arrow. Okay, I got some arrows. Not a climby thing, if they have butterflies there. That looks like we'll have a jumpy part to get up there. If I get on that side. Okay. Have arrows, dude. The assassin's bow. Seek a bow. Could have gotten some bullets. Lots of things where it could be leisurely. Yes. Can I jump on this? I can. Can I move forward? I cannot. Even though that looks like a place to explore. And she's pointing at something. Nope. Bound in. No?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Rufius. Now what's your story?
Can't talk long, but to stay sharp. But families from Solution on Kikis, Babylon province. I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th, one they call Ironclads.
So he's a Persian Roman.
Same as everyone else.
So how did you end up here, like everyone else? What does that mean? Why are you still wearing your legionary armor? Oh, right, he's the legionary that was scared on the way in.
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now. If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
Not very talkative. And what are we dealing with?
None of your business. Introiting ipsum coming true.
Introit ipsum cum mentula.
If we have to.
Any way out of here?
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
Oh, he wants out as well. Or the golden rule.
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
That's fair. I lived for a pandemic.
Oh, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
Oh, you are correct. They are whispering to me as well.
Of course I am.
So, who you're voting to? For?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Cynthius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
So he's voting Meliodas. Anything I can do to change that?
No.
Okay then.
Whatever.
I think we might need to change the election. They're not going to elect the old guy again. That's... I have to go this way as well. Hello? You try to help? Thank you. Ghosty, spooky... Oh, I know this guy. Pushing a boulder. Boulder dude. We must imagine him to be happy. He did cheat death, though. And that's why he's pushing the boulder. In the legend. Anything around here? Guess I can't kill myself even if I want to. Cave? Wait, I had a flashlight. Aha! You wouldn't understand this. It's locked. What if I showed you something from 2000 years into the future? Yeah, almost got it. Okay. Hop, hop. Don't really jump in the front, I just jump up. Okay. Temple. Zipline? No way. Oh, for sure I can use this. For sure this is a zipline.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm fine.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
So what is your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
So how did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome, 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
He's dead? Sorry to hear that.
That's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
God's plan? What god is that?
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue, eh?
If you like.
Way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Is she a Christian?
I hope it works out.
She might be a Christian.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves, and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Tendency towards sin? I don't think so.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
Well, fair point. I haven't seen that, no.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Oh, there's going to be an intervention, all right.
I wish I shared your faith.
So, You're a Christian. Aha! I knew it.
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Nero burning Rome. Secret's safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much.
Although you've slipped it twice while we were talking. Slipped twice. You better be more careful.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Do you really think suicide will break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
I mean, I don't want anybody to kill themselves, but then against someone else?
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Go on then. Go ahead. Oh boy. Can we talk, buddy?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
No, it's not against the Empire, no. No, I think you have the right to die if you're suffering badly enough. I'm just going to ask you what's wrong.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I
Oh, so he was the lover
oh Lord.
for Scintilla?
Poor lamb.
Lover of Scintilla. Okay. His suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Huh. No, thank you. Oh, I can jump. Holy moly.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Magistrate, this is... Yes, thank you. I'm delighted.
Oh, this is a way to get in. I'm not dead.
And now...
That's awesome. I figured out a way in. That's excellent. Ah, I thought I was dead. Excellent game. Thank you. It didn't let me go on the other edges. That's why I think. But I was curious, so I don't need to give that guy any
No more
gifts.
should you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and...
Hello there.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above?
The
That
second guy
was
to do it.
Either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
Did you see the other guy falling to his death? No. What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
And how will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
Pretty sure the golden rule is real. Makes you think it's not real.
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
Pretty sure it's real. It's the premise of this game, so yeah.
Why? What credible evidence do you have for its existence?
How about all the other golden statues around here? What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books? Notes?
Surely you're not one of those people who believes everything you read, as if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
So nothing is going to convince this guy. Okay.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Figure out how to make him drop out of the election. Can make him drop out of the election so the good guy stays in power, so to speak. Any way out of here?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse.
How did you end up here, dude? No. Why can't I ask you that? What do you think about the Golden Rule?
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
Yes, that one.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time? There's a key just beside it.
Oh! I didn't... Last save. Load game. What was the last save? I don't think I've made a save. What's the last save? Oh wait, I did make a save. When he was talking about fast saving with F something. I did a bit of jumping. Did a bit of jumping. See when it last saved. Let's see if it has an autosave.
Through the door this time?
Ah.
There's a key just beside it.
This guy's thing. Okay. I should have listened to you, dude. My bad. He didn't let me go over the edge in the other place. That's why. It's inconsistent. It's kind of inconsistent. Also, you look like the type of dude to have lots of servants. What does the statue say? Anything? Where's the other guy? I mean, I understand I wasn't dead, but where's the other guy? Oh, did he make this hole? Oh, that's him. Oh, I understand now. He broke the thing and that's, yeah, he broke it. You normally would die if you did this, right? Only after he kills himself you can go and talk to the potato. Okay. There's a key next to a door. That is locked. Where's the key? He said there's a key next to the door. And search around. Cool. Cool braids. That's locked. She's also sobbing. Okay. Minerva, goddess of strategy, also known as Athena for the Greeks. Ares, god of war, known to the Romans as Mars. Shrine, offer daily prayers and protection. Yeah. But where is the goddamn key? Kitchen. Some sort of exercise device. I don't know. A grind wheel? Maybe to make wheat flour?
All right, now you've crossed a line. Get out of there!
Greek statue of a young boy's head. Who's that, man?
You again. What is it now?
Didn't find the key.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time? There's a key just beside it.
Just beside it. Oh, I wanted to show you something. Do you know what this is?
Get out before I have Domitius bash your skull in, fool!
Yes, you don't appreciate that. Oh, there's the key. And we're back here. Hello, potato. You know where I came from?
What now? Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Yeah, you didn't watch carefully enough now, did you? He listens with their ears. So that's his villa. And that's the Vestal girl.
Are they?
I already talked to you. Let's go on this side. And this takes us back. Takes us back. Okay. See where this goes. This where I came from? It's dark around here, or darker. That's a... okay, I don't wanna... I wanted this, yeah. This is where it ends. Oh. There's more. So where does that lead? I couldn't... no. I should have been able to get on that, I assume. Oh, don't tell me I'm stuck here. Can I go up? There's also a zip line there. No, okay, managed to do that. There's something there. But these won't hold my weight. At least not yet. Oh, I think I'm back at the temple. Yeah, where the guy jumped. And that's the zip line. At some point I'll be able to use that, I'm pretty sure. Temple is locked. That thing was locked as well. But also another zip line here. Oh, for sure we'll be able to use these at some point. Let's go back, I guess. Go down. Yeah, okay, so this is where I came from. She will guide me. Historically embossed. Old film. Black and white. Western. What? Mad Max. Mad Max, but not X. Matrix. Las Vegas. Hellish. Oh, mosaic. Well, look at that. It's hilarious.
Hilarious?
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Centella.
Cartoon.
And I haven't slept right
The
3
49 melodies fetch again. Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Bad crowds? What's your story?
Waiting to be found.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Fair enough. Anyway, out?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
I see.
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Isn't that yours as well?
You
What
think
pattern?
you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Figure out her story.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay, let's leave it on default. Find me.
Ixion turns.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Centella. And I haven't slept right 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming.
Oh,
anyway,
this guy.
I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
I
Yeah,
love your clothes.
I keep thinking.
So
What if there is
exotic.
something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself.
they're
Leave that for the
busy.
gods. Try to relax. Get some rest.
Salve, stranger.
Tomorrow's
and
a new
welcome to
day.
our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm
I suppose
Dacius.
you're right.
Terrible
Dacius.
shame what happened to Yulia. But we just have to carry on, don't we?
Shame what happened to Yulia. What happened to her? Mr. Dacians. Wasn't it Centilla? What's your
How
story?
did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing through a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the cart, didn't you?
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
So you took her then?
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Single silver coin. So he died drowned as well.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking. It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Citizens,
Starting.
the elections.
Handsome. Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen
She's
before.
really cleaning
A
up that
certain
thing.
learning and sophistication.
Well, you're charming and beautiful.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think? I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern? Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Oh, she won't tell me now.
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Damn! Where the hell am I gonna get that much money?
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
It's killing myself. Well, if you have a way out, why haven't you used it? Eh?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now. I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion.
Interesting.
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Any gossip?
Certainly, for 10 denarii. How embarrassing for you. All right, see ya.
Okay, these dudes that are going to do the election.
Turns.
Ixian turns.
Ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man. It's real!
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ballas Sentius back to the shrine. Okay. That guy was fighting a statue. I could run. Wait, I need a... There we go. Da 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 da. No items. What the hell is that? Are you fighting at me? Oh. And you're going to kill me if I don't do the thing. Okay, okay. Well. Looper. I have half my health, but it's going up. Okay, so I have my lead. I guess that guy killed somebody?
Salve, friend. mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
I'm Putty, and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
My name is Galerius, and you're about to offer me to go to Sentius so he can tell me all about the Golden Rule. Oh, your name is Galerius.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Yay, zipline thing. We now have a ziplining.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks again.
Alright, see you around.
Interesting. Can I use it here? How do I use stuff? Oh, I still have the arrows? And the key to his villa? Select. I can't use it on this. I mean, I don't know how to use it. We'll figure it out some other time. Let's see if the mouse works. It does work. Everything works fine. It's a bit fast. But yeah, it's time to go. We did a loop. We'll see more about the people turning into... Maybe I can fight that thing if I have arrows. Probably not though. No. Anyway, time to go. Bye.